close on 200 points, really lacking direction. It's a listless session yet again, but now we're moving gradually to the lower end of the range. That said, it's time for our special segment, D-Street Chatter. Nimesh joins us to tell us how is he reading the trading action. Well, Nimesh, another day we're down 200 points, but there's still not a big reason to be concerned, I think so.
Absolutely. If you look at this week, the Nifty is down 1%. We've lost a bit of momentum. There is lack of participation, lack of triggers as well. But having said that, it may not show up on the indices or in the Nifty or the mid-caps index, but a lot of individual stocks have yet done very well,
yes.
Especially the broader market names. I was surprised to see a lot of SME stocks doing very well in this kind of a market where it's lost momentum and a bit of buying interest as well from large institutions. So from that perspective, it's been quite range-bound and lackluster, so to speak. Today it's dragged by IT because that's been a big weight, and because of TCS numbers, we saw a bit of reaction on all IT names. But again, from a flow perspective, it's been pretty mixed. I understand there's going to be a small MOC basket selling, so some individual names may get impacted in the last 30 minutes of trade today. As I said, the broader markets are relatively outperforming. So while we've lost some bit of momentum in the broader markets as well, still selectively in the mid caps, small caps, micro caps, we're seeing a bit of interest and a bit of momentum as well. So that looks like it's going to continue at least in the near term. Of course, earnings will be a big trigger to watch out for. Technically, as you've been highlighting for a while now, 24,500 is a big resistance on the upside. So looks like that will be a difficult ask given that earnings have been a bit disappointing, so to speak. But from an institutional participation point of view, Nigel, this was a week where we lost a bit of momentum for sure.
Well, that's right. Institutional participation is out. But, Nimesh, I've been looking at two indicators, and one of them that you mentioned. I was trying to do a market recap for the week, and the SME index is up 5%. The BSE
index, exactly.
is up 5%. So that's the big outperformer. Tell you the kind of mood, actually, from the broader markets. And globally, if you look at it, the Bitcoin is making fresh highs yet again. Overnight, it was up 5%. That said, individual stocks, what's on your radar?
So I'll talk about individual names, but just to add to the SME index, even if you look at the IPO index, BSE IPO index, that's up 2%.
2%, correct.
So, clearly there is momentum in newer names, IPO stocks. So that's clearly there. In terms of individual names, so the first stock on my list is Sagility. That's been seeing a bit of buying interest from larger FIs in the last couple of days. Yesterday there was huge delivery volumes. So is the case today as well. I understand a leading global fund and one domestic mutual fund has been aggressively buying. Remember, today Jefferies has added Sagility to the model portfolio as well. So a bit of institutional interest seems to be back in that name. Second, couple of names where I understand there could be blocks very soon. MediAssist as well as BLS International. Both are consolidating off late, but I understand there could be large blocks soon in both those names. And the last name is JSW Energy. After a long bit of consolidation, you're seeing a bit of buying back in that particular name as well. A bit of momentum is back. There is a buying interest is what I understand from larger institutions. And specifically for JSW Energy, a leading domestic mutual fund has just started accumulating at lower levels. So this is where a bit of delivery has happened in the last couple of days. Some domestic mutual funds have bought.
119.
All right, Nimesh, thank you very much for that. So as always, a lot of chatter in the market.